The views and opinions expressed on the Big Llama Show are those of the host and guest. They do not reflect that of our sponsors, advertisers, or employers. Enjoy. Happy Llama-ween, everybody. Welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama, the big slashing llama right now. And I'm just all about Llama-ween today. And so I'm hoping you guys can even hear me through this mask. But to help me out tonight on a special night, Llama-ween, Halloween night, I got my boy AD official in the house.
What's going on?
Blackout, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Slasher? Don't kill me, please.
No, listen, it's all about attitude, man. It's all about attitude tonight. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the show tonight. And so this mask right here just hides some of that emotion. Because we got some big things to talk about tonight,
we got
man.
huge things to talk about. It's actually Llama-ween. You've been marketing it this whole year, first annual Llama-ween. So
that's right. I mean, how could I have planned that any better? Like a Llama-ween, and we have a live episode right on Halloween. It doesn't get any better than that.
I felt like I thought you knew about this day. He was counting the days every day.
Listen, honestly, I wish I was that smart.
That was honestly that could have been good marketing.
Could have been.
Oh man, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just excited. Let me. I can't see a thing, so let me get this on.
I wanted to see if you were gonna do it the whole show.
I wish, man. I wish I could do it the whole show. All right, look. Now, look, I got hair now. The llama's got hair. Look, I got llama hair.
You can do the hair flip.
Just flip it out of the way. Oh man, no. Listen, you gotta have fun, man. It's Halloween. You gotta, just gotta go with the flow. I was so excited to get trick-or-treaters, man. I got like 2. I had a whole bowl of candy. I was ready to run out there, and there were 2 people. That's it. All night long.
I thought it was gonna be a heavy trick-or-treating night, but I haven't heard anybody come to my house either.
Look at that. We got someone in the chat, John S. talking about this Corey Feldman. Well, listen, I'm not sure what I am with this getup. But yeah, I'll go with Corey Feldman. I got the 80s hair rocking for sure. For sure. I think I look like my son. I know he's got that crazy hair like this, so I'm channeling some of his energy. Oh, man, thank you so much for joining us, John. All right. We got a couple of folks logged in. This is good. We got big news, man. We got huge news. And before we get to the news, though, before we get to that, we're going to tease it a little bit. I want to talk about the channel, and we always talk about this at the beginning, thanking our subscribers. One thing I want to say is obviously thank you. The counter as we started the show was what, 252? I mean, I pulled this maybe an hour or so before. So 252, it's growing, man. It's growing, and the Exorcist video keeps delivering. I don't know. I'm shocked. Yeah. And then Field of Dreams has stepped up. Now that's almost a 1,500 solo. I mean, that one's getting me subscribers. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, insane the growth, right?
Last week, what were you last week? Like 233? I was telling my chat. I was like, man, last week Llama was at 233. I checked today. When I started the stream, so like about 2 hours ago, I was like, oh, it's 249. I was like, damn, that grew quick just today. And then by the time we started streaming 252, I was like, bro, like the growth is happening, man.
Yeah, I mean weekly it's 20 so a week, and it's been amazing. And a lot of them are chiming in on the videos, so I'm responding to as many of them as I can. It's been pretty interesting. It's been pretty interesting to say the least. I've also put on here, just so people can see, 92 or 93% of the people who watch all my videos, like all these views, are not subscribed. So, I mean, that's even more amazing to me that like it's starting to get out there. So I looked at it. I said, you know what? I want to talk about it tonight only because I find it amazing. The algorithm, however it works, for YouTube. But yeah, 93% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribers, which is great. It's getting out there. But man, if they could just hit that subscribe, that would have been great, right?
Yeah.
The one thing though I noticed, and this is something that the YouTube dashboard gives you, is it tells you what people are watching, right? Like what other channels are your audience is watching.
Yeah.
And I am psyched because the people on this list, I watch them. I think there's 3 that I watch religiously. Like every week they post something, I'm watching it. Which is I think Ashley Burton, Popcorn in Bed, and Mary Cherry. Mary Cherry is I think from Australia, but they've got huge subscriber bases, and I watch all their content. It's a lot of fun. They're very entertaining. But to be in the same, discussion, or for people to start migrating to my channel from their channels, is huge praise that I can't even thank these people enough. But it's just huge. It's huge for me, and I'm so excited that we keep getting more and more eyes on the channel, eyes on the videos. So. Just a lot of fun, man.
I think it's dope that we talk about it every week because we're showing. It's kind of like the crypto cowboy and his journey. Like people are watching him start his journey to his Bitcoin and whatnot. It's the same with they're watching us literally from the ground up. So like us talking about it, showing the growth, especially because like I said, from the week that you came in and was like kind of down about your channel, since then you've been growing crazy. I mean, you've probably grown since that episode. Like 150 plus subscribers. So,
oh yeah,
to see where you were, and then now you every week talking about it, and it looks like even the listening platforms are doing well as well.
Well, yeah, I put that up there. 55% of our listeners are finding us through Apple Podcast, which is amazing. It was something that was not last minute, but the last edition. The last edition that we had to the podcast, which was awesome. And I think our last one had some of the highest views, 20 to 30 people listening to the last episode. So that's growing also. So that's, to me, is, again, more and more signs that we're doing the right thing. We're heading in the right direction. Yeah. But enough about subscribing. Thank you, everyone who subscribes. I have to take this. This thing is itching my head. So hold on. I gotta. For those of you who didn't know, I was bald. There you go. You saw the bald head. It's been unearthed during the podcast.
The biggest reveal.
The biggest. Like, I'll keep this on here because this will work. I can keep this on here for the show. But yeah, the biggest reveal has been that I have no hair. So anyway, all right. So let's tell the story about the next thing we're going to reveal. So, AD's got his Blackout brand, and I love his stuff. He's got it on his hat. I have a bootleg shirt, and he's rolling that out in a very carefully planned rollout. He's making sure that the optics are the way he wants them to be. The place, and so
the designs are right.
Right. And you have a whole idea behind the launch and the platform, which we talked about last week, which is entertainment, is to provide a service, not just in streaming and gaming, but in all things entertainment and podcasting in the culture, right? So what I had asked is like, hey man, is there any way that I could, to help, to sort of boost the brand? I was doing it out of support for AD. I asked him, hey man, could you let me use the logo, the Blackout logo, in my merch store, just so that we can, potentially, let's sort of, collaborate and bring the brand together.
Yeah.
And sheepishly, he told me no. He didn't want to tell me no, but he told me no. But which is, again, as an artist and as a collaborator and as a content creator, I respect that. I respect that he was upfront with me to say no.
I waited like 20 minutes because I was really thinking about it. I was even going to ask like some of my friends like, yo, what do you guys think? But then I just thought about it like, no, we're going to roll out the solo Blackout stuff by, like we learned from our mistakes last time in July when we were thinking about launching the site. So I want to do it in the right way. And plus, now that we're actually getting views on our podcast, getting listens on our podcast, the stream is growing. I mean, I only streamed an hour and a half, got up to 7 viewers today. So like, is the consistency is helping us. And I really didn't, like you said, I really didn't want to tell you no, but just for the grand scheme of things for Blackout, it was the best thing. So I had told Llama, what if we did, and I just told him, I was like, let me ask Hercules, see if we could come up with like a Llama, because I had showed him a picture of a Pokemon with a Blackout getup, and I'm waiting to reveal that because I ordered a hoodie off of that, so I'm waiting to reveal that a little later. But I showed Llama that, and then I was like, yo, what if we do a Llama style Blackout collab where it's just like a Llama repping something of Blackout? And then luckily Llama said yes. You know what I mean? I was like, that'll be our first collab for your site. That's just solely on his site. And it's the first Blackout merch that's available. So I think that's also dope. So
yep.
I want to know how you felt about it, because the original thought was to unveil it on here, like show you live on camera. But then my head was like, whoa, then he won't be able to put it onto the site until next week. And you know what I mean? So I was like, why don't we just unveil it as a, like on the site already, so it could go out. So how'd you feel about it? Well,
listen, when I saw it, when I saw the new image and the logo that you guys sent me, I mean, my reaction was that, it's effing awesome. I mean, I loved it, and it's more and better than I would have imagined, right? Because I'm not creative in that realm in terms of artistry and like images. I'm really not, but I was like, that's it. Like when I saw it, I go, that's it. That's the logo. That's exactly what I wanted. And listen, let's not talk about it any further. Let's unveil it. Let's unveil it. Wow. Or should we keep? No, we get more. Three more subs. No, just kidding. Let's get a sub train going.
Let us know in the chat if you want us to unveil it right
now. All right. So without further ado, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I feel about it as soon as we unveil it.
Let's go.
Here is the new collaboration, the Blackout Llama logo. Here it is, the world premiere. It's the one on the right. The world premiere is just the world premiere is just a just a image I found online. But there it is, the Blackout Llama, the big llama logo. Yep. I'm telling you, the fact that I have my own logo, my own thing, is just it's amazing. It's touching. It's what I wanted from the beginning of the inception of the Big Llama show, is my own thing, and now I have it. And now, thanks to you guys, now I got to credit the artist. So Hercules. So shout out to Hercules, man. I love this thing. Yeah. I mean, the fact that it's got the Blackout logo on the glasses. We got a fresh looking llama there, just kind of hanging out. It's everything, man. I am beside myself, and I can't wait for people to start either having some merch with this on it, or taking pictures with it. I don't know, whatever you guys want, man. I'm just really, really excited about it. I truly am. I mean, I'm through the moon, man. This was awesome.
Before the show, I checked the website to see if it was on the website. It was. But I saw it was your YouTube thumbnail, and I saw you already put it in your banner. So is this going to be the official llama logo for a little bit?
Yeah, man, it is. I mean, like, listen, the llama logo I have today, which I love it, but it's out there. It's a common domain logo. Like, so this is my own now unique thing from the collaboration. And I didn't waste any time, people. I put that bad boy right on the merch store.
Yeah,
on the store, and you got. I mean, it looks great. It looks great on hoodies and shirts. And guys, and anyone who's listening or anyone who's watching this, either if you're watching it now or on a replay, I'm not about selling merch. This is not about making money at all. If you look at Teespring, which is the company I use here, I have the lowest prices. And I also have the lowest profit margin of any collaborator on the site, because it's not about money. It's not about making money. For me, it's getting the name out there. It's for, if you support the show and you like my, what you see, that's what I want to get out. So please, if anyone thinks I'm just trying to make money, trust me, if I wanted to make money, the price would be through the roof, and I have a huge profit margin. It's not. It's as low as I can get it without Teespring charging me to put it out. So yeah, no, and it comes in all those crazy colors and all those different sizes. I'm the big llama, so I got to make sure that we got my 2XL to 3XL, 4XL boys. We're represented. You can wear a shirt.
He doesn't body shame, man.
I don't body shame anybody. You know where I get body shamed is when I go to like Old Navy or the Gap. They got like 2XL shirt, and that doesn't even fit because it's got that slim fit. Let's see. You got Gabe's joining us. AD in the chat. That's right. Throw some ADs in the chat.
What's up, Gabe? How you like the collab, brother? Let us know in the chat. But yeah, man, I'm excited that you actually have your own logo now. So the thing was, I had texted him, was like, yo, the Gengar, I leaked it. Well, they don't know what it looks like, but
right.
The Pokemon I'm gonna use, I was like, yo, what you did with that, do it with a llama. And then I texted him like 20 minutes later, like, oh, he also talked about like having glasses on the llama. Maybe you could try to like incorporate. But I was telling him like, your glasses, right? And then he sends back this, and I was like, oh man, like I did not think about that. That was a brilliant like way to incorporate both brands.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's got the logo. It's got everything in here.
I was kind of worried you weren't gonna like the glasses though.
Oh no. Listen, I like it's incorporating the blackout. That's the part that like really to me, like I really loved was like, it was awesome. And then I saw the blackout on the glasses. Like, no, this sells it right there. Gabe Roman is hitting us up. He's saying legendary. James Walsh. This must be from your stream. The chat is legendary.
What up, Jimmy? What up?
He said that boy Jimmy in the chat. And James, Jimmy or James, you're all right. No, listen, I again, super excited. If we'll add it, we'll do a little ad for it later again. Yeah. But yeah, just something so awesome that is part of the Big Llama Show. Again, I'm very, very excited. So I'm definitely gonna order one of these too. I'm gonna be wearing these, so this is gonna be a lot of fun, man. I just need it to be cold in Florida, man. I can't be wearing hoodies in Florida, man. I
think I'm gonna get it in orange or pink because.
Oh yeah.
The way the logo is, it still has the white on the llama, so it offsets the color. I thought it was pretty dope.
Yeah, no, I try. I'm gonna have the black version with white writing. I just got to work on that one. This was quick to get it on the site before the live stream. So anyway, very, very excited about that. So it's Halloween, guys, and so we got a lot of stuff to cover, a lot of things to talk about, and we definitely want to be going through the chats. We prefer if you guys have stuff in the chat. Jimmy's talking about pink. He wants that pink one. All right, man. Yeah, hit us up. Tell us what colors hoodie or shirt you would get. I mean, I liked all those colors, man. But I'm waiting for the black and white edition too. So that's like Pokemon, black and white. We're gonna be doing all that kind of stuff, and that will reveal next week. We'll definitely have it next week. All right. So at the end of Llama-ween, I did one last movie, The Evil Dead. So that one was, I got to tell you, man, I was surprised because it's low budget and it's campy as hell. Like it is a complete gross fest. Like, I mean, I don't even know how to put to words how, like, I wasn't acting that I was feeling sick. There was a moment where I was like, dude, this is like gross, man. Oh,
the practical effects, man.
It was crazy. Here, Gabe's chiming in. Murdered out black. Okay.
He wants the blacked out version.
That's right. I give you a black shirt.
Yeah.
Well, so out of this one,
Did it hold up?
Well, I've never seen it. And so if you look closely, there's like a little devil demon thing behind my head there.
Yeah.
Huge amount of jump scares in this movie, man. Huge amount of jump scares. And like I said, the first 30 minutes is nothing but suspense. Like there's nothing happening in terms of a monster or something. It is all like you're waiting for something to happen. Nothing happens, but like there's so much suspense. Oh my god! It like, and then it goes from that suspenseful to complete gross out camp, like just complete. And the a monster or demon defiling a woman, which I was like, what the hell? I zoom in on my face. I'm like, what the hell am I watching here? Like this is, I didn't sign up for this. But listen, I get it now. I get why people love this movie so much. I've seen a couple people have whole live streams about talking about this movie and this series. I'm sort of glad that October is over for the horror movies. Yeah. Because I have been uncomfortable, not bad in a bad way, but just like it has like, oh, like I can't, like Paranormal Activity got me going, and then The Exorcist was bad enough, and this one was just jump scares. But I was just like, no, this is not the type of movies I like. So
you need to find you got to get like normal first time watches now. You could actually, and honestly, you started your first time in October for Llama. Right. So you haven't really experienced anything out of this besides Field of Dreams.
Yeah, and you know what's funny, and John S. had sort of hit on this. He's been hitting me up on Twitter and a couple things. He's given me some suggestions. But I did look at Gabe wants Christmas movies. Time for Christmas movies. Yes, sir. So no, that's definitely in December. I'm gonna definitely hit up some Christmas movies. I got to find some that I haven't seen yet. So that's how I'm gonna do it. But no, I've been listening to what John says and a couple of different people about picking my next movie, and a lot of things that I've seen, like there's a trick, right? You can obviously go into YouTube search and type in first time watch, and then you'll see like the top 10 or 12 things that people are watching, and they're all the same. They're like you've seen them 100 times. It's first time watching Back to the Future, or first time watching whatever the scary movie is of the month, which I think it's Nightmare on Elm Street is this one. Rocky Horror Picture Show was another one, which I was going to do, but I honestly thought twice because there's so many songs in it and the copyright would just be impossible. Like you'd just be watching me do this for 20 minutes. Yeah. So I was like, no, I can't. I'm not going to mess with that one because, but. What John and a couple other people, the subscribers, have sort of told me is like, look, the audience will find you. Yeah. If I'm chasing views, then I'm going to be just another one of those guys that does the same stuff that everybody's doing. So I did pick one for this next one. So the one I'm working on this week, 1970 something, The French Connection. I have wanted to see this movie. I don't know that, again, I don't care if it's a big audience that wants to see it. Yeah. But it's a movie that I've been wanting to see. I've heard about chase sequences and car chases and all kinds of stuff that in the 70s was mostly practical. So this starts my foray into some of those older movies that I haven't seen. And what I've decided is I'm going to do both. I'm going to do something old, something new, something old, something new. That way, because there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen that's new. But I'm going to have fun with it. I'm just going to have a great time and listen to the subscribers, listen to what they say, and get their feedback.
I definitely think that's a big thing, listening to the subscribers. But don't you feel, just like devil's advocate, don't you feel like, you do these videos that are like the ones that your subscribers want to see, that you kind of are feeling in the moment for the fun ones, but then also like throw in one that you kind of feel might get high numbers or is getting high numbers on other channels, just to like get in the algorithm?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going to do something old, something new. The newer stuff will be something closer to what's in the algorithm, what's in the spectrum right now. Because, like I said, I honestly want to. There's a ton of older movies that I've been meaning to see, right? And some of them, and this is my dilemma, right? Some of them I don't want to watch on the show or on the channel because they require like maximum viewing. So like action movies, for example, I'm going to want to see it in surround. I'm going to want to listen to it in my, in my living room, big TV, versus in my studio here with a, small monitor and my TV back here. So I'm gonna have to balance that out. But
or you could just evolve the setup, move it out there, and then that'll be your viewing pleasure.
oh no, listen, the danger is I've got a recliner, and there might be some sleep.
Hey, we talked about DJ Academics falling asleep listening to album reviews. You could do falling asleep listening to movie reviews.
Maybe the Eternals.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that.
We're gonna talk about the Eternals. Gabe hit us up, says, "Do a Shada's review." What is that?
Oh, that's some like I don't know how you would feel about that. That would actually be interesting.
Well,
it's a different kind of gangster movie.
I gotcha. Hey man, I'm all for whatever, man. Like I said, I've been watching some weird stuff on these horror movies that I haven't seen before, and I'm just like the face I make during the thing. I'm like a little embarrassed. I'm like, what? Like, you know what it is? It's like you ever watch a movie and your parents are sitting right there.
Yeah, and it goes to a sex scene, and
it goes to sex, and you're like, you look to the right, like, do they see me? Do I see them? Like, are they seeing this? Like,
should I look away from the screen, or,
right?
Or locked onto these boobies?
Right, like, so like sometimes I'm sitting there and I make this face, like I open my eyes, I'm like looking around, I'm like you see what I'm seeing, but they can't. Like I realize they can't, but because I control the edit. But oh my god, let's see. Gabe's over here hitting us up. What? And we got Jimmy talking about Top Shotters. Okay, we're gonna have to look that up, man.
Hey,
Big Homie's hitting us up.
Big Homie, what up, brother?
Let's see. Gabe's. How do you know? How do you not know that movie?
Dude, generational, brother. He's different generation.
Well, listen. Oh, okay, it's a gem. So that's actually a movie. Tom, you guys aren't just pulling my leg, right?
Oh yeah, that's a movie. Shotters is a gem. Shout out Big Homie.
Okay,
it's a different kind of gangster movie. It's not the kind you would think.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out, man. Maybe that's for my living room. I just have to.
Yo, that would be a dope concept, though. You having an actual setup in your living room to where you could just record. You would have to obviously do it while your family's around. Maybe even make it a thing with like Junior Llama or something.
Yeah, if I have a family movie or something big, I'll do it there. Oh, let's see here, Jimmy. Oh, Jamaican gangster movie. Oh, okay. I can dig that. I can get into that for sure. But yeah, no, it's been hold on, let's see. Don't let little llama see it. LOL. Yeah, we'll be giving each other that look for most of the movie. Robbie just looked like, hey, did you see that? It's weird, man. I still like. Sometimes I tell my kids like, hey, listen, we watched this movie. It may have some questionable things in it or language, whatever. I'm cool with that. But man, I got to remember like when each of those inappropriate type scenes comes on, and I'm just quick with the fast forward there, man. Just I don't like that feeling. I don't like that. Look at me, look at him. I don't want that, man. I just want to fast forward, get through it. That's why sometimes I feel weird like taking them to a movie that we've never seen before, and I'm just like, oh god, I hope nothing happens.
No,
and
accidental nudity.
And listen, man, I'm no fool. I'm sure they've seen something like that in their experiences and whatnot. But geez, when you're a parent, man, you sit next to your kid, you're just like, oh. And when you're a kid sitting next to your parent, that's even worse, man. That's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
My dad used to laugh at that stuff. My dad would make comments. Oh, check out those knockers. I'm like, oh, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? I'm like 6.
I see them. They're huge.
Right, thank you. I'm 6 or 7. I shouldn't be watching this. I think it was 9 or 10. I saw Dawn of the Dead, the original like Giorgio Romero classic where they're ripping heads off their zombies. Yeah. I was traumatized, man. I don't even. And my dad sitting next to me just laughing. Ah, look at this. Ah, what's wrong with you?
Since it's Halloween, I guess I could tell this story. I'm traumatized. So I grew up in my mom's Jehovah's Witness now. But like growing up, she was kind of a younger mother, so like she was like learning about like being a Jehovah's Witness and like trying to keep us away from that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then before my dad died, their thing was like to scare us, And so it was like a weird balance of like, don't watch that stuff because there's demons, but then here it is, so we could terrify you. And one of my first movie experiences that I remember like watching it with my family and being terrified of, and like going my whole life literally until I was like 15, 16. Like I used to be how you are about like scary movies, like jittery. I wouldn't want to watch the previews at night or I can't sleep. But it was Scream, the first Scream.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm telling you, I was like, my dad died when I was 7, so I had to be like 5 or 6. And I was like, you guys are really letting me watch this. This is terrible. And from that point on until I was like 16, 17, I was like, man. And I always liked the scary stuff. It's just like I was like a little bit intrigued to where I was like watching the trailer, but then suffering the whole night, like turning on lights. I was like not having it, because then you go to like my family's house and be like, oh yeah, you can't watch that because demons will come get you. I'm like, bro.
I should have started the show. Do you like scary movies? Oh my Lord! No, I'm with you, man. It's like you like when you're a kid that what I've realized as a parent is like I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on, and so I'm just flying by my seat of my pants. And so, it's you just wing it. You just figure like, hey, that might work, that might not work. But again, my dad, I watched I don't know how many inappropriate movies with him, and he didn't care. It's like, I'm going to watch what I'm going to watch, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm watching it too. Let's see here. Gabe chimes in. My childhood fear was the original It movie. Oh yes. I haven't seen that one because I was terrified, and I haven't seen the new ones either.
What? That would have been great for Llama. You got to do that next Llama for sure.
Well, I may do. I just saw the original It, the one from the 1980s or whatever. I think it's like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh.
But it's split into 2 parts.
It's got to be. It's going to have to be.
You could take that 3 hours and turn it to 2 different videos and have it already done.
I mean, I've seen the image of Pennywise. I know who Pennywise is. It's in pop culture, but yeah, I've never seen that movie because I was terrified of clowns in general, but that clown in particular. And then the new one, I saw the trailers and I'm like, no, that a clown with a little balloon, making jokes and then doing jump scares. No, I'm okay with that.
The movie as a whole isn't scary, but he's a creepy Pennywise.
Yeah, no. Well, let's talk about Halloween then. We're in the Halloween. We're at the 30-minute mark. We normally do an ad, but we're flowing in Halloween here, so we'll come back to our ads in a moment. Yeah. So let's talk about costumes, man. Like as a kid. So again, we grew up in. Hold on, Gabe's chiming in. The original one was the scariest to me. Yeah, see, he's probably seen them both. I have not. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check them out, and I will do it for the channel because I'm not going to watch it with my kids out on the big screen. So it will be coming at some point, maybe next Halloween, or maybe just as one of the the more current ones I'll watch here too. Yeah. But I'm definitely going to watch the original first. If there's always an original, I'd like to watch that one first.
Yeah, definitely watch it first.
Yeah,
because you get a feel for the character of Pennywise, and then you can see how Bill Skarsgård like elevates the character in the next 2.
Yeah, and he's a creepy looking dude for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to talk about costumes because I realized that you and I both grew up in different eras, right, of costumes, and I'm going to show you obviously a couple pics of not me myself. I don't, it's almost as if I never had a childhood. I don't know where any pics are of me as a kid, but but anyway, we're going to talk about the top 10 costumes, and I guess this is a current list, right? Like I was looking at it, right? For adults, it's always the same old. Mom's the witch, dad's the vampire, some form of a ghost. I don't know why people are cats. Like how does that work?
Yeah.
Pirate, that's a tried and true. Pirate is always there. Batman is easy. When I see adult costumes, I'm thinking how easy or hard they are to pull off.
So, that's the thing with this list, and I noticed this. I've noticed this the last couple Halloweens, but I've noticed it the most this year. They're like getting super creative, and they're taking a lot of like inspiration from movies, like just like random scenes from movies, like TV shows. They're taking like literal images from like cartoons, like one character from the cartoon.
Right.
Like I seen Little Nas X like did a character from Ned's Declassified, which was a show on Nickelodeon.
Love that show.
A show that I grew up on. I thought it was an amazing show, and it was like a character that like was in the background. I was like, well, how do you even think about doing that? So I was like, man, most of these people like spent their quarantine just planning on Halloween costumes or what?
Well, they had it last year. They just couldn't unveil it, so they added to it. They're cosplaying.
Planning. That at this point, that's what it is. Halloween's becoming is just like a big cosplay for Instagram and Twitter, like to post your family with like your intricate costumes.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Gabe's chiming in. Gabe's taking an exception with this list. He says the fact that Power Ranger isn't on the kids list is ghetto. I agree. Power Rangers is there, but because man. One of the two trick or treaters tonight was a Power Ranger, but there was also a Mario. Oh, man. There was a Power Ranger and a Mario, and then there was a little girl dressed as a witch. That was it. That's all I had. But no, I agree. Power Rangers was in there. My kids were Power Rangers as well. The zombie one is easy for adults. And this was where it gets interesting. Superman, the Joker. I have done, and this is why I have a box here, but I can't. I don't have the I can't go through all of them, but I have the actual Halloween costumes here. Yeah. Back here, and there's our little storage area. But I've been Superman. I'm the fat Superman, but that's.
Different multiverse.
Yeah, I'm Bizarro Superman. Superman is fit. I'm unfit. So.
I only had one trick or treating experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Hold on. John Gillen chimes in. Yo, happy Halloween. # road to 1,000. John. Happy Halloween, John. Hope you had a good one, man. Hope you had lots of candy, man. I don't know if you trick or treat. You're a freshman in high school now, so I don't know. I don't know if he's trick or treating, but. Thank you for chiming in there. So what's your experience? What happened?
So, like I said, Jehovah's Witness, like family, kind of hinders you. Like my mom let us experience like one holiday, like where she like kind of goes out with the holiday just to say we did it. But again, it ties in with the same character. It was me, Gabe, my sister, and his two sisters, I believe, or maybe just one of his sisters. Anyways. I was dressed as like a wrestler. I don't know who because I wasn't interesting. My dad just dressed me, and we're all walking up to a house, which is funny. My parents like moved to the same neighborhood now, so I see the house all the time. I'm like, that's the house where I got scared, and I'm the one like I'm the oldest, so I'm the one that walks up to the door, knocks on the door, and like I said, my first scary movie experience was Scream. The guy opens the door as Ghostface. This is the first time I ever seen it. Was the plastic mask where he could squirt the blood. So blood everywhere, and I was like, no! So I just ran. I left my cousins. I was like, one of you guys got to go. I'm surviving. But I hate that my first like scary movie experience was my first Halloween experience, and that's the only memory of Halloween I ever had.
Oh my Lord! I mean, geez, that's traumatic, man. That's traumatic. You know what? Honestly, we got to explore this. Maybe we do a special because I've always been fascinated by the Jehovah's Witness stuff. I've had friends who were, and it's fascinating. And you keep bringing it up as part of your family, how it keeps you from doing some of these things. But there's got to be some more layers there. So I don't want to get into it right now because we're celebrating and doing some festive things. But no, we need to have a little bit of a discussion on that a little later, some other time. Let's see. Gabe, let's see. He's laughing out loud here. I used to feel bad for AT. My side of the family wasn't into religion, and we celebrated everything. And his aunt's side didn't.
He was there. He understood what I was going through.
Oh man!
I'm telling you, every episode we have a holiday special. I got one story for every holiday. That's the story I'm gonna tell for the rest of our podcast.
Well, that's what we look forward to—the one story.
One story. It's Christmas. We know what AD's story is.
Well, that's what we're gonna call it now. It's the one story. The special Blackout AD segment called The One Story.
Like you got Llama Rants, I got one story presented by Blackout AD.
We gotta come. I'm gonna make you a sad music intro.
You gotta get it from SpongeBob, world's tiniest violin.
Here's SpongeBob. So. Hey, it's funny you mentioned Ned's Declassified because I love that show. I was too old to watch it. I had an excuse. I had an excuse. I had kids.
Yeah.
So they watched it, and so I watched I love that show, Shredder Man. I watched all that stuff, man. And I don't care who knows it. I love that stuff, man. I would enjoy the kids stuff, for sure. But getting back to the costumes, just real quick. So the top 10 kids ones. Oh, I mentioned you have Spider-Man, Joker, Dracula. That's the same thing as vampire, and then Avengers character.
Yeah.
Family member dress up as Avengers character. Like that's the go-to now. Is find a Marvel superhero or a comic book hero, dress as him, and that's it.
Whatever movie's hot at the time.
Right. Oh yeah. There's always that one. There's just a bunch of Wonder Womans. All that stuff. You know what's funny is I love how schools, they used to celebrate Halloween. They used to do the Halloween celebration. Used to be big thing. Now it's the book fair day. Like pick a character and dress as that character. Just so happens to be the week of Halloween.
Yeah.
You're not fooling anybody, school board. We know what you're doing.
It's sick because they're just using it to make money in the book fair.
For sure. It's like, and then you have to pay to dress up. Like, come on, man. Like that's the worst.
It's a scam.
It's a total scam. Stop charging these kids money to dress down. Just let them dress down.
Yeah.
Where's that money go? No, I'm just kidding. We're not getting into that stuff right now.
They used to charge us like a couple dollars to buy a ticket to not wear a collared shirt.
Right.
This is crazy.
But they know you hated it so much that you would pay the money.
Pay the money. Like, yeah, for Friday we can do that. Here's $2, bro.
And how many people in your school, right? Like 600, 700 people, right? Like that's a lot of that's a lot of cash right there. I'd be the one like if we ever had like a dress up day, you had to pay for it. I'd be like, no, I didn't know. And then, what are they gonna do to you? Like at that point, what are you gonna do? Send you home for $2? Like they can't.
They'll give you a shirt in the lost and found. Here's a collar shirt. Put it on. Brokey. Exactly.
I'd be that guy, man. You know what's funny is I'd be the guy who, like, my mom would tell me to dress down.
Yeah.
I have a Columbus Day story too, but she would tell me to dress down because that's as far as I think she read, and didn't read that there was money involved. So I'd show up and they're like, "What? I'm supposed to dress down?" And they're like, "Your mom forgot to tell you to pay, huh?" I was like, "Pay? No."
There's some hearing of it.
Listen, my mom would keep me home on random holidays that were never celebrated. Columbus Day was one of those. Like you never used to have Columbus Day off, and like I'd be home, and the next day I'd go to school, and be like, "Where were you yesterday?" I was like, "Dude, it's a holiday, right?" No, nobody celebrates that holiday. Like, oh god.
Oh man.
I mean, my mom would have like the bank holiday calendar, and
so every holiday.
And she just looked at it. It's like, no, I don't think there's school today. I'm like, okay. I'm like, where am I?
School's closed.
Right. It's like, where are my friends? They're all at school. I figure it out midway through the day. Be like, oh my god. All right, so let me. The reason I brought up the top 10 costumes. One, in the chat, tell me what your favorite Halloween costume is. If you're interested, let us know what costumes you guys dressed up as and which ones get you the most candy. Gabe Roman, pay in a Soldier Boy voice.
Hey.
All right, so I wanted to show you guys this only because this was the 80s and costumes. This one, there was simpler times, as they say, right? So you had this plastic like sauna bag shirt, and it came in a box. So you put the thing on and you sweat to death, and you put this stupid plastic mask with a rubber band that hopefully doesn't break, and that was your costume. And you had to rush out and get the box. You couldn't mix and match. Didn't really have sizes. So me, always a challenge for me. Let's see. Oh, the chat's lighting up here. It says Power Rangers for sure. Gabe Roman was a Power Ranger. All right. And so the picture we're showing is Chewbacca and Yoda, and it looks like AD and Gabe. I mean, but no, honestly, that's how simple it was back in the 80s. And even these were, I don't think they were expensive.
Yeah.
But they were hard to find, right? Like once they sold out, they sold out. It's not like mass produced like here, where they have everything you can just order online.
Yeah.
Gabe is agreeing. Yeah, I'm Yoda. Yeah, I'm Yoda.
Gabe was the size of Yoda for like half his life. That makes sense.
Oh, Gabe's getting lit up.
Hey, Gabe, I'm telling you, Gabe's a chat favorite in my chat on Twitch.
Gabe is very entertaining. He's very entertaining.
I was telling him that today. I was like, he got the personality, kid.
He does. And when we played together the other night, he was on, right? It was fun. Yeah. He's a very interesting character. A star to look out for. How's that?
You know what's funny? I want to say this because we're talking about him. I told him today in the chat. I was like, dude, literally when I moved back to Florida, built my PC and was like starting the idea for the Blackout like streaming stuff. I told him, I was like, yo, me and you, we could just game together. We could stream. You don't need anything but your voice, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I'm not into that. He's like, I'm just trying to make money, blah, blah, blah. He's doing his own thing. I just took it as him like looking at me like I'm old washed, like he didn't want to mess with me. Now he's texting me every day like, you streaming today? Like if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have streamed today. I probably would have just did research for the pod, catch up on some shows because I've been watching a lot of HBO Max lately. So then he texted me and I was like, I guess I got to get on. So I'm happy he's come around because it's really showing he's got potential in this.
Yeah, no, he's good. Like I said, he's very entertaining. Like I'm laughing at the stuff he's saying, and he's got that voice. He captures you. So hey, maybe there's a future for you there, Gabe. Now I do want to replay this one. Gabe said no cap,
yep.
And then Jimmy responded, "You couldn't wear a cap with that noggin." So, so the chat room is lit up with some commentary.
Yo, Jimmy was lighting Gabe up in the Twitch chat earlier.
Oh, it's getting personal. There's your mother. There's your mother in there. Your mamas. When you bring out the mothers, that's when you know it's personal.
White chicks, it's mother time.
All right, I'm gonna show you one more picture of the '80s, and it's this one right here. I think I had that G.I. Joe one, all the way in the right. But yeah, this was it, man. This was the box costume that you would get. A plastic garbage bag type, bodysuit, and a cheap mask that you hope would not break. So it's just something very interesting for Halloween. I wanted to relive those types of things. Oh, let's see here. Jimmy's talking about, let's not talk about moms. Okay, no, it's getting personal in the chat. You know what this means? It's time for a commercial break.
Ad break.
It's an ad break. We need
a chill break.
We need a total ad break right now for the chat. The chat's getting spicy. All right, so we're in an ad break. Let's talk about the Big Llama Show podcast. We were talking about it earlier today. The Sunday night show goes live every Sunday night, 10 p.m. And if you can't make it, or you need a recap, or you missed something, or you want to rehear some of the fun, Big Llama Show podcast is available. It's available the same night that the show ends, within 20 to 30 minutes that the show ends.
This man moves fast.
Yeah, I put it right on the air. It's available on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. To the Big Llama Show. Make sure you follow or subscribe to that particular podcast so you know when we post new podcasts. If you'd like to, again, if you want to support the show, go to the YouTube channel, The Big Llama Show, and hit subscribe there on The Big Llama Show.
All right. Let them know about Apple Podcasts, our biggest listenership.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Apple Podcasts. I'm subscribed to my own channel because it's you're supposed to. And the audio quality on Apple Podcasts is second to none. It's amazing. And there's always a reminder when the new content is posted. So please make sure you subscribe. Most of our newest subscribers are coming from the Apple Podcasts. So very, very excited about that. Again, our Sunday night shows always replay and recapped. And if we happen to do any extra shows or special interviews, they'll also be put on the podcast as well. We've got the episodes going all the way back to our first episode 22 episodes ago. So This is episode number 22. All right, so we're back. We're back from the commercial break. The chat seems to have subsided a bit. Again, just keeping in the spirit of Halloween, just keeping it fun, keeping it light, guys. Talk about Halloween candy. Candy is subjective. Some people. We're looking at the favorite candies, and in a minute we're gonna look at the worst candies. So, in the chat, hit us up. Let us know what your favorite candy is. Which one? Now, I'm looking at this list. I didn't pull this. This was this site called the Candy Store. I have to say that the number 10 candy corn. I mean, whoever wrote that needs to be burned to the stake. Like candy corn is disgusting.
No, you're crazy. Candy corn is delicious. It's just delicious. I don't even know what it is. It's just delicious. Like, I love candy corn. I love Halloween. The best part. Here's my one story. The best part of Halloween, though, is my mom didn't celebrate holidays, but the next day we were always at Walgreens reaping the benefits of the holiday.
That's right. You got the buy one get ones.
Get whatever you want. They're all $1. I'm going for the candy corn immediately.
Oh my God!
Only time of the year.
Gabe chimes in. He's agreeing that Reese's is top tier. So now it says Reese's peanut butter cups. So I'm a fan of those, but I like the Reese's Pieces better. That's my favorite there.
Violation.
Gabe only eats butterscotch. Oh man, butterscotch is not on this list. Those little hard candies your grandma used to give you, those are not on the list. The little strawberry. Listen, I could eat 100 of those little strawberry ones, man.
They were so good.
They're so good.
Every house had them.
Oh, listen, at my work, Gabe's chiming in. He does like the butterscotch. At my work, there's a whole bowl of these strawberry ones when I walk by to go see my boss. And I keep grabbing 2 and 3 at a time, man. And I'm eating it under a mask, so my mask is moving.
I'm not really a big chocolate guy, so I don't really agree with the Reese's. I'm like a gummy worm. Like,
okay.
I like gummy style candy. So for me, I don't really see Sour Patches would be probably my go-to on this list, and they're number 6.
Right. It'd be in that same family of the gummy stuff, gummy worms.
Tamales, why is that 5 though? That's blasphemy.
Oh, you like hot tamales or no?
No.
I think those are terrible. It's like eating wax paper, little wax pieces.
You might as well eat licorice at that point.
Licorice is horrendous. Oh, let's see. So Gabe and Jimmy are going back and forth. Gabe's a little chocolate guy. Oh God. PG-13, gentlemen. PG-13.
What a beautiful chocolate man.
Starburst is on here. Although the only thing pissing me off about Starburst is a stupid wrapper. The individual wrappers, like, that slows down the candy consumption. Sour Patch Kids I'll eat until I can't taste anymore, and that's bad. Like, yeah. I will buy.
I'm suffering at this point. It's make me stop.
Well, you know what I do when I go to the movies? It's usually Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
I used to do Sweet Tarts, but that's too much. But yeah, I'll buy.
We go to the movies. We're sharing some candy.
That's right. Well, listen. There's some candy rules.
Get your own candy.
I'll buy you some if you like mine. No, but I will eat a whole giant bag of Sour Patch Kids. That's terrible. And like the rest of the time, I can't taste anything. It's horrific.
I do got to say, Tootsie Pops are kind of underrated in my book.
Tootsie Pops. That's like my if I have to.
I mean, yes, of course. If there's other choices, I'm not taking it. But when there's only Tootsie Pops, you're not mad.
No, you're not mad. You're not mad.
I'll take some.
Let's see. Gabe chimes in. Hot tamales should be illegal. Okay. Yes. And Jimmy says, "Yeah, who wants hot tamales?"
Stop it.
No.
Stop, son.
No, I mean, no way. Hot tamales should be off this list. Let's go. So M&Ms are good. Just depends. I don't like the chocolate M&Ms. I like the peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms, yeah. Hershey Kisses are right. Hershey Kisses, they got one for every holiday. You're gonna get a Hershey Kiss no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, It's okay, but you have to. I look at it as ease of eating. Like Hershey Kisses, you got to unwrap each one, and
you really don't like this.
I don't like wrappers, man.
I want them all accessible.
Snickers is a good go-to, but
not for Halloween. I don't like many Snickers. I just don't. I'm not a chocolate guy. Like I said,
right.
I trade my chocolate away, to be honest.
And then we had candy corn.
And Twix is not on this list. Which the
no,
chocolate I would go to is Twix.
Right. And honestly, that stupid left and right Twix like campaign is so stupid. But
what do you mean? It's the right Twix.
It's the left one, man. It's the left. I buy only the lefts. All right, so this is again from the candy store.
But I do only buy the rights.
So this was from the candy store. It's a website. I found the image. Let's look at the worst candy.
Oh, see, like the Biddle Honeys are not bad. I mean, obviously licorice. Smarties, people are hating on Smarties, and then look, candy corn's number. Candy corn that's how prolific candy corn is. It made both lists.
Right, it's the top 10 and the top worst. Like it
made both lists. Wax colas, get out of here.
Right. Gabe chimes in. Facts, right Twix only. Yes. But no, the wax cola bottles, like I'm with you, man. I saw those and I'm like, oh, I could taste them.
Good plenty. They look like mints.
The circus peanuts.
Yeah. Oh no, I honestly, I kind of like those.
Oh
I
man,
have good memories with them. Somebody I used to like always go to the house. They had some, and it's just.
Oh no, that licorice is there. Oh no. That's. Yeah, you'd like the Biddle honey. What do you like about that? Because I can't stand those. Oh, you're muted, man.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, there you go.
Accidentally hit the thing. There is some peanut butterish flavor. I don't know. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not. You know what I mean? They're not bad. I can see why people don't like them. I don't know why Tootsie Rolls on this list because I kind of enjoy.
Yep. Well, I'm not really a chocolate guy, so the Tootsie Rolls. That's why I'm like, not for me.
Yeah.
But
you always get left with so much of them, so it's like, yeah.
Well, I always look at Smarties as like the the bootleg sweet tart, like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's good though. I look for Smarties. I look for sweet tart Smarties. Yeah. You know what? We didn't see Nerds.
Nerds, you're right, and Nerds are a huge Halloween thing.
Yeah, Nerds used to be on this list. Yeah,
and now they got the Nerds that are just like a little candy ball with the Nerds around it now.
Yeah, no. I mean, I remember it used to have the Nerds used to have the two openings.
Yeah. And
I would open both and just let it go, man. Let's see. Okay, Blood Twix is from 63rd.
I don't know what that means. What are you talking about, brother?
So Gabe is just hitting us up with only things that Gabe would know in the chat, right?
There's the beauty of this guy. You don't know what he's talking about, but it makes sense.
Exactly. It's like
his comedy is like that doesn't make sense, but okay.
Oh, Gabe with the fire. Nerds are trash. Gabe.
Wow. Shots fired. Bite.
No, he shot them both. He shot them at both screens, man. Like
that's crazy.
Gabe, I'm losing a lot of respect right now. First of all,
godlike.
First of all, I don't know where 63rd is, and now you're talking about Nerds are trash.
That's crazy.
Oh, let's see. Jimmy on here. Honey candy corn for the win.
Come on, man. Candy corn. Is that what candy corn is supposed to be? The flavor of honey?
I don't know. I honestly, candy corn. I mean,
it's just like it's candy corn. I don't know what it tastes like. It tastes like candy corn. Like,
although I did see if you put them together, it looks like a ear of corn. Like looks like a thing of corn. Have you seen that? I was shocked. It was like one of those. How old were you when you first realized whatever? Yeah, I was whatever day that was. And I saw that image.
8 years old.
Oh, here we go. Llama, you my friend are indeed from 63rd.
Llama repping 63rd now.
I represent whatever it is.
whatever. Yeah, I agree with this list for the most part. Besides the candy corn, should not be number one. It's on both lists though, so it kind of shows you. They're either gonna love you, they're gonna hate you.
Right.
When you're the best, when you're the best, they're gonna love you or hate you.
Yeah, and I think we can all agree the wax cola should be number one.
Yeah, should be number one.
That should be outlawed, banned in all countries.
I'm not even gonna lie, I don't think I've ever tasted one. I'm like, I'm not eating this.
Because it's wax. It literally is wax. Like, you have to take the wax off. I think I ate the wax. That's why I don't like it. You know me, this doesn't have a wrapper, so I'm just going to eat it. So I'm eating wax.
Licorice honestly should be number one, for being honest. So.
Oh, yeah. Licorice is terrible. And what's not on?
People hate Twizzlers, too.
I like Twizzlers.
I like Twizzlers, too. Twizzlers get slandered because of licorice.
Right, because they look alike, right? Let's see, Jimmy. No, they also make they make a honey flavored candy corn.
You just put me on to something, brother, because never once in my life had I had the honey candy corn out. I'm gonna go find some tomorrow. Get it for $1 at Walmart.
Yeah, go to the sale. It's gonna be on sale. If you don't find it, tell me. I'm gonna Amazon it to you. I'm gonna find you some honey candy corn.
We're gonna find it. We're gonna do a taste test for the Big Llama show.
Well, yeah, we'll do it live. All right, man. So no, that's fun, man. That's good. It's a Halloween theme. I figured we have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Let's talk about.
We actually had some conversation about it.
I know. See, we got people chiming in and having a good time. Yeah, we're already an hour into the show. We haven't even got to like our topics, which we talk about all the time. But I did put this up here, and I wanted to just briefly touch on it. This is the next thing. The scariest horror movies.
Yeah.
And this is, I guess, they did a ranking. What percent of people thought it was scary, right? And then what percent have seen this scary movie, right? So, The Omen is number one, and I've never seen it, but I know it's got a creepy little kid.
Yeah.
And so to me, that takes me.
Remake it? Like
I think so. I think it's had either remakes or sequels. But
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the 76.
No. I said I don't want to watch it because there's a little creepy kid. But I watched The Exorcist. That has a creepy kid in it, and so.
But when you look at this list, I mean, think about the time period that these movies came out with, and like Paranormal Activity. Like I was like coherent, and I understood the impact of like that movie in general, and like you've seen it recently, and it still seems like it holds up in that factor when you don't know, like when you kind of see it already once, and then they kept making the same movie over and over again, kind of loses the luster. But the first two Paranormal Activities were some of the creepiest movies I ever seen. I remember The Ring too, like the impact The Ring had.
I've never seen The Ring, but I definitely know the character. I know the little demon girl crawling out of the TV. I've never seen it. Jimmy's chiming in and says Omen is super scary.
It validates the list.
Yeah, it's number one from people who've seen it, say it's scary, and then 45% have not seen it. But man, Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm surprised it's here.
Yeah.
But I could remember seeing it and being scared to go to sleep. Right. But as a youth, as I was like a kid, 8, 9, 10 years old, that like traumatizes you from ever wanting to sleep ever again. But as I got a little older, it was more fun and cheese, and it was hysterical. But that first one is still a pretty good one for sure.
And I think like the ones that came later, they kind of lean into his character being like the sleazeball slasher almost.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He was like top tier scary like slasher to me.
Oh yeah. And then his backstory, like that was the part that was it was interesting, right? Is that he had this this devious and completely horrible backstory of him being a pedophile, child molester, child killer, or whatever. And then the parents took him out. Like that's a pretty that's a pretty genius story. But he got more cheesy and campy, and it became just a fun time to watch him make jokes. Yeah. He's like a comedian at that point.
Yeah.
Going down the list, we talked about Paranormal Activity, Poltergeist.
I haven't seen it, but that's another one that you hear about.
Oh my God, that one had me not wanting to watch TV forever. Like that was insane. But I don't think it holds up now. I don't know. I haven't watched it recently, but I did go to Halloween Horror Nights, and I went to the haunted house that they had for Poltergeist. And yeah, there was a little creepy little lady that's in the movie. She was in the haunted house and she scared the crap out of me. Like I was like, oh dear God, she's real.
She's here.
She's here. She's real. But I mean, that was the first. You know what's there's elements, right? There's always elements to horror movie. Oh, you there? What's up?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
I thought
sorry.
I muted.
No, you're good. There's always an element to the horror movie that's something grounded in reality, and that's the scary part. Like Poltergeist is about burial grounds, and you've seen a bunch of movies where people build something on a burial ground, and then all of a sudden the demons come.
I think that's why we've seen, like, speaking of Paranormal Activity, like movies from like the later 2000s, they kind of used based off a true story, or they took a story that kind of happened, because like you said, if you can think it's real, it will scare you more than like I said with the Paranormal Activity movies. Once you see them a couple times, you're not that scared, because then you find out like it's loosely based off of. But the marketing for the first movie was, this is a real found footage film of a lady going through some shit, and that's why like it had the impact it did.
Yeah, no. To me, like I said, if you tell me there's a small evidence that this might be real or might be based on a true story, I'm done. I'm invested immediately. And Paranormal Activity, although I knew it wasn't real, they still played it enough, like where it was like wow, like holy smokes, like I can't believe this. Gabe is chiming in here. Says Conjuring needs to be up there. I think so. I haven't seen it, but yeah, the reviews on that one.
No, Conjuring was one of the first movies I seen recently that I actually was like, I felt I wasn't scared, because like as I got older, I kind of just was like, I'm gonna watch these things because I like them. So I kind of just got over the fear. So I wasn't scared, but I felt like, oh, if I didn't know, or if I was growing up in my Jehovah's Witness environment, I'd be terrified of it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, John S is chiming in. He says I wouldn't have picked any of those. Like I said, I sort of grabbed these from a site that was just, I guess, doing a survey. It was it says Yahoo or a YouGov. But yeah, no. And this is October 2015. Looks like the data. So maybe some of the new ones aren't in there as a result. But yeah, no. There's lots of hidden gems out there for sure.
Yeah.
But
Amityville up there.
Yeah, Amityville. I heard The Cabin in the Woods. I heard there's some good ones there. Now, one of them I wanted to watch for the channel was going to be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm still not able to sit down and watch that one because it starts off with based on a true story. Yeah. Like the minute I see that, I'm hooked. I'm like, oh no, it could happen. Never seen it though. The Shining I've seen. Let's see, Halloween's got resurgence now. Everybody's let's see, Gabe's here. No, I was definitely scared. They're all based on a true story. Yeah, he's talking about The Conjuring, I think. Silence of the Lambs, I don't know if that's necessarily scary, but that's serial killer stuff. We talked about
Alien,
The Grudge.
I didn't know Alien. It's probably a little more like suspenseful, no?
I think it's sci-fi suspense. It's scary, but not for the reasons like there's a boogeyman. It's more there's an alien, and I think the genius of Alien, and I just got the 6-movie pack that I'm going to be watching through it. The genius of that is just that you're stuck in space.
I started cracking up because of Jimmy in the chat.
Oh, yeah. I see it. Gabe Unmasked is top tier. Yeah. Oh man, Gabe and Jimmy are just going back and forth on the chat for sure. Let's round out this.
The
Go ahead.
Witch Project was another one that like had a huge cultural impact, like because people thought it was actual real footage.
Yeah, the marketing campaign for that Paranormal Activity and this movie was genius because it was viral. It was and they marketed it as a real thing. And then if you went to their websites, because this was early in the start of the internet, the websites were so well done for the time, and they had files and they had images and all kinds of things inside that that you believed it to be real.
What's it going? They're sparring right now.
And Jimmy's trying to exercise to tie his shoes. His top tier. Oh god. You guys, we got to take another commercial break if you guys keep this up. Oh man.
The interactions, man. They're boosting the interactions.
Yeah, let's do this. We'll because we do have other topics, but let me finish up on Jaws. And the reason that Jaws is effective, obviously, is the amount of screen time that the actual shark gets. Yeah. And I said this in a couple of reviews, and the suspense is whatever you come up in your mind is more scary than anything you're going to see on screen. Yeah. And so Jaws was one of those that did it well. Alien is the same way. Both Alien and Jaws, you don't see the alien or you don't see Jaws for a majority of the movie. Like I think the alien gets 10 minutes of screen time. Jaws 14 minutes of screen time total. And so that is the way that, because again, in your brain you're going to come up with the worst case scenario. Yeah. I mean, those were very effective. Look, your Scream movie is on there. It's a 1996 Scream. So
it was the first movie that had like a meta, like talking about scary movies within the slasher genre. So I think it was kind of groundbreaking in that terms, because I mean, think about how many spoof movies came after.
Yeah. I mean, Scream made fun of the genre, but at the same time gave it a fresh perspective, right? Yeah. So there was something there that was tapping into, yeah, we've seen this before, but here's a new way of looking at it, and it was great. It was great. Yeah. Let's see, Jimmy here. I wear Velcro, so now the joke's on you. Okay. Oh man, these guys are just going off. All right. Okay, so again, in the chat, thank you guys. You guys are doing amazing on the chat. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you keep hitting us up on there. We are going to shift topics a little bit to our next discussion, which is more on the sort of your area of expertise. For esports, right? Yeah. We got the FaZe Clan going public for $1 billion.
Yeah.
What is this FaZe Clan, man? I have no idea. I mean, I read a little bit about the offering. Yeah. But Jesus, Fortnite?
No. So FaZe Clan started in Call of Duty. Like, I think they said the FaZe Clan was founded in like 2010, probably like 2009, 2010. So for them to go public at a $1 billion estimate, 11 years later, is kind of unreal. And I mean, they're not the first esports team, but I think they're the first North American like esports, because like, Japan, Korea, they got huge esports like following over there. So they're kind of a little bit ahead in terms of like some aspects, but this is like the first team that has like a lifestyle brand attached to it. I mean, you can see LeBron James' son is signed to them. They signed like a couple rappers. You know what I mean? Like they're like, how do you say it? They're like the cool kids. Like everybody loves FaZe Clan because they're like the dope product or the dope branding in gaming. And it's crazy because they started from trick shotting and snipers in Call of Duty, just doing trick shots and sniping only, to becoming a global brand that clearly is worth, some money. So to me, I wanted to talk about it because obviously I stream Call of Duty, daily. And also I'm building a brand that I would like to take to this level. I mean, now it's possible. It shows people, it legitimizes esports in a way. And they're kind of huge in esports too. Like their Call of Duty team just won their world championship this past season. So it's like, they're hitting all aspects of like gaming, whether it's esports, the fashion side, the cultural side. So
cool. And I can from this picture, it says there's more than 80 esports players on the FaZe Clan, and then what was jarring to me is the fact that they were on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Yeah,
and so that tells you that they've arrived. They've arrived to the scene by being on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Yeah. Gabe's touting his wins. His 3 wins today, by the way.
Yep.
So yeah, you're ready for FaZe Clan, Gabe. Just give him a call. I heard they need new players. But no, look, I mean, this to me is, first of all, and I know we're not a gaming channel, right? But I can appreciate the money-making that goes into these esports, into the games themselves. Like they're all profit driven. They're all money making machines.
Yeah.
Fortnite, for example, with just buying the skins. Call of Duty sort of jumped on the same thing. It's the type of games you're playing, and then leveling up and making sure, like the days of playing the game and just leveling up and getting sort of the achievements along the way are gone. Like it's put the money right. It's put the money in there, get the new skin, get the new weapon, get the new map. Which got me, because when I first started playing Call of Duty, I think it was the Modern Warfare, the original, and they had the monthly release. They had the new maps every month, and it was like, what, $40 at the time, or $40?
Yeah.
And I would pay it every single month because I couldn't play with my friends who had the new maps. And so I thought it was genius. I know they've hit my son up for at least $400 or $500. I mean, I'm probably estimating that at the low end. For Fortnite and all that stuff. So,
I mean, I bought a rainbow skin just because one of my friends, Hen Dog, we said he was gonna buy the Die Hard skin. I was gonna get the rainbow skin, and then I saw how much it cost, and I was like, I'm not getting it. He's like, dude, I already bought it. So for months, he was just bothering me about it. They finally drop it again, so I spent the money, and then a week later, Scream comes out, the Ghostface skin, and I'm like, man, now I need that one.
Right.
I haven't bought it. Luckily, they make them kind of annoying because they like have like quotes from the movie. Like Rambo was just running around whispering in my ear like, I'm gonna kill you. Like I'm like, I don't want to hear this the whole time. And then my teammates are like, dude, shut him up. Like you're not even close to me and I can hear him say that. Like it's annoying. So luckily they have that, or they would have a lot of my money as well.
Right. And listen, it's genius. It's just I mean, you cannot get mad that this is happening. It's people. There's a market for it. People are paying the money for it. It's the same thing that I always question, like, why in the world, like Patreon, for example, right? Like that's another. It's not an esport, but like there's stuff that's free out there. The content is free. What do you want? What do you want? Exclusives? Yeah. You want these extended videos. Like I can get my head around it and it makes sense, but at the same time, I feel like. I don't know. It's much like okay. I don't treat this, and this is probably a good sort of discussion. I don't treat this as a money making generating sort of thing, or there's a future in it possibly, right?
Yeah.
But I'm at a point where my career, my my home life, all that stuff is in a good place.
Yeah.
Should this become a generating revenue, then it becomes a different thing for me. Yeah. And so I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But I'm always sort of thinking about like, is it worth it to? And again, I think of it as subscribers. I think of it as viewers, and I feel like, why are you charging for content? But I get why you need to. Like I get why there's a revenue stream for people because they want to make this a full-time career.
Not only a revenue stream, but think about like the ability Patreon gives you. It allows them to support you directly. You know what I mean? So like they're already gonna support you when it comes to ads. Like once you get monetized, them watching the video, they're supporting you getting ads. But this is like a direct support line, and the creativity you can have on Patreon. You know what I mean? You can have a Patreon only show, or like I've seen like, shout out to Horrible Decisions, a podcast like where they talk about like business women and sex and stuff like that. But their Patreon is pretty huge, and they have like town hall meetings, they call it, where like they just meet up once a month with their Patreons and have like a direct talk. You know what I mean? And again, shout out to Big Homie. I believe he's on your Patreon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's on our Patreon for Flagrant 2, where I'm not on the Patreon, but he'll send me a whole episode. And he obviously he's not supposed to, but like he'll send me the link to that episode because he'd be like, he'll usually do it when it's a good episode, but he'll be like, yo, this episode was hilarious. You know what I mean? And since it's called Flagrant 2 and like they're comedians, that's where like they give you like the full 100%, no PC, no thinking about. I mean, they're not PC on the normal channel, but like they go beyond on the Patreon because like that's the people who really their fan bases. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with like subscribers on Twitch. Personally, I kind of look at it like this is to me, this is like my second job. You know what I mean? I'm not making money off of it now,
Right.
but I know I can make money off of it. And even if I get like a sliver of the pie just to make a living off of doing this, I honestly, that's my goal. And I kind of see the potential. So I'm a little bit opposite as to where you are, I think.
Right, right. And this is where I think, like, this is where the difference is between going for views and the content, right? Like, what's the content going to be? And I have right, more freedom to do what I want, right? Versus figuring out how to get on the algorithm. Now, and again, and we've talked, I want to get there, obviously, but it's not do or die for me. It's not like I have to be there. And in fact, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I think I still enjoy it, even if it becomes monetized and we get thousands of subscribers. But because I'm in a different place, the content can still be my own versus following the trends. Even though I did that early on in the channel because I wanted to be successful quickly. Then I realized like it's not gonna. It's based on how much time you can put into it, and so. But no, I think I think it's great for people to have different perspectives because it will change how you operate, how you do things. And again, if there's a market for it and someone wants to pay for the services, then sure, I'll have it out there. But at this point, like I started the Patreon, and I feel guilty, which is weird, right? Like I feel guilty charging people to watch me watch a movie. Yeah. And so, but again, things could change.
Part of it, and it gives them the whole experience. That's the thing. Like, if they're watching your Exorcist video and they like that one video, imagine them watching the whole 2 hours with you and like being engaged throughout it, because I'm pretty sure you could comment on there as well, so you can have conversations on there. It's just getting more of your personality to the people who really, because obviously if they're on Patreon, they really support you. So right. It's giving them more, and I think that's the beautiful thing. That's the sweet spot I think every creator needs or wants to get to, where it's like you're monetizing something you love to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really chase, like, think about it. I do, like, if my friends are playing the games, I'll play a new game. But I'm not going out of my way to buy a new game just because I know the eyes are going to be on it there.
Right,
I'm doing that kind of for COD, but, like, that's because I love COD. And, like, my best streams have lately been Call of Duty streams, even though I'll find, like, a random game, like a Pokemon stream that will do well or whatever. But, like, the fact that I'm getting on and playing Call of Duty with my friends, which is what I love to do, like, that's the game where I'll spend literal 14, 15 hours a day playing and not even, like, think about it. So, like, the fact that I'm getting views on that makes me happy. And I look at the money thing, too. I feel guilty when, like, I get subs on, like, Twitch now. Because I'm already they pay out at $100. And I just hit $50 on my payout. So I'm $50 away from getting my first, like, income from streaming, which to me, it blows my mind. It's only $50 right now, but, like,
but still, yeah,
$50 of me gaming. And it's a lot of my friends, you know what I mean, like, showing support through that way, or like gifting subs and stuff. Like, big homie gave you a sub so you could use the ADs the other day, and I had to text him like, bro, stop doing that. Like, it's cool, but, like, I'm making money off of you when eventually I want to make money off of other people. I do, like, that's the goal, but, like, doing it from your friends. And he put it into perspective, like, bro, like, when you watch other big streamers, they're handing out subs to their friends because, like, that's a way of showing support. And if, like, he hits a random sub on somebody and that person didn't know who I was, but they stopped by, because it's like if somebody stops by your stream, if somebody, it just gives you a sub. So they could see me for like 10 seconds, be like, nah, I don't like this guy, but then get a free sub, be like, all right, let me check him out when he's streaming. Right. You know what I mean? And then they might keep the sub train. So that's the idea of it. But, like, I just look at it like, at this point, if I make any money off of what I'm doing, then it's just proving me that we're doing the right thing.
Right. Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like we're at two, and this is again the great thing about this show and our collaboration is we're at two different ends of the spectrum. We're looking at it two different ways, and it all comes together, and so we get two perspectives on it. The last thing I'll say about that kind of stuff, and again, the esports stuff is amazing. The only thing I'm a little leery of is, and again, the fans are passionate. Like there's passionate subscribers and fans who hit you up all the time and, we'll talk through, it's great. what I don't understand is the gifts that people get. There's a lot of people who have their PO boxes and they have these gift openings and people send them all kinds of stuff. I get it. It's like, we admire you, we like you, whatever. I don't know. It seems odd to me. It seems like I would never like send like a YouTuber that I really like. I will comment on their stuff. I'll comment on their Twitter. But that's about it. I don't know if but that's me. It's my perspective. It just seems odd.
It's the same thing as them buying merch. You know what I mean? It's just a
different
way of doing it. To me, like you see a lot of people sending those PO box stuff like from forms of content like this, where they get to know us as people and like, oh, hilarious, Llama loves Superstar. Let's send them 100 Superstar movies, DVDs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as a joke, but like to them, that's them showing support and showing that they like actually pay attention to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't personally also send somebody unless like it's a super cute girl who makes millions of dollars on Twitch. Then, I always make the joke once I get famous. Is like, I'm like, don't let me get famous because all your favorite girl streamers, I'm gonna date them all.
You're gonna be sending your phone numbers. Here's a sub and my phone number. There you go.
There you go. Don't read it out loud.
No. I mean, listen, like I said, this is the great fun thing about learning about this stuff. Is just, it's amazing. It's amazing stuff. Okay, so we haven't done our commercial break in a little bit. We're just gonna do a quick one. Remind everybody that the Big Llama Show has the merch store open. As you can see, the Blackout Llama collaboration has already hit the store, along with the Big Llama Show and Llama Nation merch. It's all there. Get it in lots of different colors. The Big Llama Show merch store. The link is in the description. Make sure you check it out if you want to support the show. I can't wait to get my hands on the Blackout Llama gear. That looks great. It's going to look amazing.
And if you get a Big Llama shirt, the Blackout Big Llama collab, send us pictures. We'll post it everywhere.
Oh, for sure.
I was telling everybody, like, obviously we're in the ad now, but I was telling everybody I was going to try to sell the crap out of these. You know what I mean? Like, every day post about it. Like, actually brings some awareness to the Llama site, because selfishly, it is the first Blackout thing that's available out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so different from what we're releasing on our end, but still show support for the brand. So I was like, people are clearly wanting to buy Blackout merch now they can through this, and we can really put some, you know what I mean? Like, see how many people are actually engaged in buying it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And like I said, I can't wait to. Yeah, if anybody has pics, if you buy anything from the show, send it to me on Instagram or on Twitter or on the chat. Like, let me know, and definitely send us pics. We're gonna retweet it. We're gonna post it. We'll let you know. We want to
maybe do a segment on the live show.
Right. I mean,
to show people wearing it.
Right. We'll highlight the subscribers or anyone who's wearing the merch. So no, I'm really, really excited about that. So that's our commercial break. Make sure you check out the Big Llama merch store. Okay, so we've got two more topics. We're gonna, I think, fly through these. I hope, and no pun intended. Buzz Lightyear, or Lightyear, is the movie that came out, and I told AD to check out the video on the breakdown. I was not expecting what I saw when I saw the trailer, and the video I sent to AD was sort of a breakdown. But one of the cool things was that, you know, they're going back into the lore of the toy itself, the Buzz Lightyear toy, and so to me, that was just amazing that they said, you know, I think the breakdown is, what if we made a movie what if we made the movie that Andy saw that got him to buy the toy?
Yeah.
And that's just complete genius. But it looks like it's not going to be anything Toy Story. It looks like it's going to be its own, like, realistic movie. And they're even teasing the big reveal of Emperor Zurg, which, again, if you haven't watched Toy Story movies and you don't know anything about that, like, this is a big deal. Like, this is a huge thing. Again, I don't know, you know, it's Pixar, so I know it's going to have a lot of eyes on it.
Yeah.
But I'm geeked out and excited about it. I love the trailer. You know,
I think the trailer was good. Obviously the animation is top tier. I mean, it's like super realistic. I mean, they were saying in the breakdown it's like photorealism, but like he looks super like it. It almost looks like if it was a real movie, and then you kind of get the animated feel back in some scenes where it's like, oh wow. But I just find it dope that Chris Evans is the voice of it. I find it dope that it's gonna include Zurg, because that was an initial thought that I had, was like, will Zurg be in it? And how Zurg would be in it? How would they like ground Zurg as a character? Because he's kind of, I mean, at first he was like looked at as like a bad guy, but then kind of used as jokes later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the concept of it. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews though. Like some people are just saying, "Oh, this is a money grab," which I could also see.
Well, I think if they stay true, and this is what the reason I know that this is going to be an interesting movie is the fact that the new Rockstars and EA Voss did an actual breakdown on it. There's more to the story. There's more. I think what they described it as is like a Star Wars type epic, where this is just the beginning of a long series of movies or stories. The fact that Emperor Zurg may or may not be revealed in the movie or leading up to the sort of big reveal, I think this may be the origin story of both Buzz and Zurg. I think they're not, I don't think Zurg is like this known entity. Like when you get the Star Wars world, when you first, and Darth Vader and the Emperor are already, established characters. I like the fact that this may be like, how did we get a Zurg? How did we get Buzz Lightyear? And I know I'm geeking out about a Toy Story type thing, but it brings a whole nother level of fun to this movie, to the franchise. Yeah. And so that's why I'm excited. It's I'm not even thinking about Woody or anything. I'm thinking about the character itself and how they're going to sort of tell the story. So I think it's pretty interesting. I mean, I wanted to bring it up just because I wanted to make sure I'm not doing any trailer reactions, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a good movie, and they're not making any movie without at least a two movie year plan. You know what I mean? Like two movies plan or something. 3 movies.
Yeah.
Plan.
Oh yeah.
Like they want a series out of these movies now. So like we're definitely gonna. I'd be kind of pissed if like last 10 minutes they unveil Zurg and then we gotta wait to the second movie to see that interaction. I'd be kind of annoyed at that, because then it's a very clear like we're trying to grab your money.
Right. Well, I think the smart way to do it would be that you would know who Zurg is, like who the guy is becoming Zurg, and then over the course of a movie or two, you're going to see the progression, how he becomes the cartoonish, character, just like they did with Darth Vader in the prequels. I think that would be great, because then you can get a little insight as to what's their relationship and why they're mortal enemies or whatever. Yeah. All right. Well, that was just a quick review on Buzz, but the last thing we'll close out the show with is the reviews that are coming in for the Eternals. Critics think Eternals is boring. The 3rd worst MCU movie ever. It's not faring well for the Eternals, even though they have huge pre-sale numbers.
Yeah.
And I'm part of the pre-sale. So, anyone thinks I'm a Marvel lover. I am, but I've said it from the beginning. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, this is the most telling thing right here. It's got a 59% Rotten Tomatoes score from critics.
Yeah,
and that's this late in the game. That's. I think people at Marvel are panicking right now.
Their pre-sale numbers are high, so I think they take that as a win. These are also characters that not many people know about, so I'm thinking they're banking on hopefully some of them get that shine to where people want to know about them and then can carry the franchise going forward. But also, it just sounds like all the reviews I'm hearing, it sounds like a different type of Marvel movie than we've ever seen. So it's kind of like they got to show us, you know what I mean? Like nobody thought Guardians of the Galaxy was going to work until it happened. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like they're taking that chance of like showing us a different side of the Marvel universe.
Yep.
Hopefully it engages us. Hopefully it's not as bad as people are saying, which I'm not seeing them say it's a bad movie. It's just so different from the Marvel to me, what I hear a lot, it's different from the Marvel like formula, but then they throw the Marvel formula at the end, where kind of like, oh yeah, this is a Marvel movie. Don't forget, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think that could hurt the film itself as
and
well.
I think there's some not political, but there's a gay character, like an out gay character in there, and there's a lot of things to hate that people if you want to find something to hate, there's something probably to hate in every movie, but
Yeah,
I think there are just things that that will happen in this movie that you're just not expecting, and so I think unfortunately I think it's going to be too artsy
yeah.
for the common Marvel fan. It's going to be good. I think it's going to have a good. I think the thing I'm hearing is very dense, very depth filled, and so that can that's why I think the boring comments are coming in. Is like
I also think. Remember how we pooped on this movie a couple
yeah
episodes back before they like released more trailers and more footage of the movie. But I wonder, it's got me thinking, like, does it hurt the film that they did it? I mean, what, 2 weeks before they started releasing all the promo stuff? And it's like, now, did they do that because they know they didn't have much to show? You know what I mean? They don't want to give everything away the first trailer and then have you see that 100 times before the movie, or they do it like, well, let's just release this promo image because it wasn't as good as we thought it would be, wasn't getting the traction we thought it was going to be. Now we got to show them like our hand kind of. So I wonder if that hurts the movie as well. Like when people go see it, it's like, oh, I seen this in the trailers, because I think that's one of the biggest like hindrances on movies. It's like when you show too much in the trailer.
right. I'm hoping that's not the case because if I'm just watching a rehash of the trailers and with talking in between, I'm gonna be bored for sure. But no, I mean, listen. Again, I'm hoping it's good. I know we keep bringing it up because the numbers are there to bring it up, but 59% does not bode well for a Marvel movie. It's lower than Thor: The Dark World, which to everyone thinks is the worst
Marvel movie.
The worst Marvel movie ever made. And that's not good. And again, unfortunately, people gravitate to the. I think Rotten Tomatoes has too much power.
Yeah.
People gravitate to that score, and they won't watch a movie, and I'm one of them too. If I'm going to invest money, I may look at the score and go, not worth it. Or if I'm renting a movie, or if I'm like, what am I want to watch tonight? I'll look at the score because now everything is embedded. Like if you go to iTunes or these different places to find a movie, it's there. The score is right there. Yeah. And if the score is really low, I'm like, you know what? I wanted to see it, but it's got a 35% Rotten Tomatoes. I'm checking out, and it's dangerous. I think it's got too much power. Let's see here. Gabe is just want to give us an update. Cowboys with clutch fourth quarter win, 6-1, baby. Gabe.
You know, it's funny. He told me on stream yesterday. He's like, I watch the Llama show every Sunday except for when the Cowboys are playing. Yeah. So I'm glad you were chiming in the whole time while the Cowboys are playing.
Right, exactly. We don't want you to take an L. Any update on the score of the World Series game? Anybody?
That's a good question. Let me check right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. Let's see. Oh, here we go. It's Astros 9, Braves 5, the top of the 8th. Atlanta leads 3-1, 3-1, and they're in Atlanta, so they could have clinched the series right then and there in Atlanta, but looks like they're struggling right now. That would have been great. That would have been great for. I have a couple friends who are in Atlanta right now watching the game. They're huge Braves fans, and so
I hope the Braves don't choke it, man. I kind of want them to win.
Well, I think they're going to make it interesting.
I mean, the Astros are just a really good team, and like we were talking about it while you were on the stream, but it's like a redemption arc for the Stros. You know what I mean, to win this championship. So like that gives them a lot of motivation, and I like that like underdog mentality if they are going into it, which I'm pretty sure the competitors. You know what I mean, the competitors at the highest level. I'm pretty sure they're trying to take any mental advantage they can. So I don't know. It should be a good series, but my heart wants the Braves to win.
Yeah. I mean, I want to win. I want the Astros to win only because I know Mickey Brantley and I worked with his dad. So that's the only. I have no dog in the race. I really don't care who wins. But you're right. The Astros story is compelling to let them win or have them win, and that could prove the naysayers about their cheating.
Yeah.
But again, Atlanta is a good team, and they're making a run right now. So we'll see what happens. So Gabe's over here, stop Llama. I like you so far. Don't change that. So I think I wasn't poo-pooing on the Cowboys. I'm a Dolphins fan, so that tells you all you need to know about my football interests. Yeah, exactly. And Jimmy's going to hit you with this one, Cowgirls or Dookie. So listen, you two can continue to duke it out in the chat because we're just about done. All right, AD. So let's wrap it up. What are you going to be working on this week? We'll give you a quick spotlight, see what you got going on this week. What are you working on this week, and what do you have look forward to the Blackout AD on Twitch?
Just more streaming, man. More consistency. I hit last 30 days. I was like 76 hours. So I'm closing in on 80. I haven't hit 80 yet. Like I haven't seen the number where it's like 80 hours streamed in a month. So that's the goal. Just trying to put out more content, get more eyes on it. I had heard a good tip where it was like, the more consistent you are, he's like, you might get 10 views on one video, 1,000 views on another, but like at the end of the day, it's just adding all those numbers up. You know what I mean? Like you might have a bad stream. Like I did have like 2 bad streams this week, but I've also had 2 very good streams. And the fact that this past stream I had was an hour and a half and got up to 7 viewers shows that people are coming to my channel. So I just want to keep consistently streaming, and then I'm promoting the hell out of the Blackout Llama collab all week, so that's going to be like kind of the focus.
No, for sure. And like, listen, I'm excited about that, and so we'll be watching the streams. We'll be watching Twitch for you. What I got going on this week, like I said, we're going to watch The French Connection over the next day or so. I'm going to probably try to grab another movie, which I'll surprise everyone with later this week. So definitely French Connection is my next one that's going to come out. Then I'll probably do one more towards the higher end of the traffic to see if I can get some more traffic. But having a lot of fun with them. The green screen effect, I'm loving doing that piece of it, and it helps with the editing. What I'm finding too is just engaging with the members, with the subscribers. That's been the funnest part of this whole thing, and watching new movies that I haven't seen. That's been something I've wanted to do, and it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, this week we'll try to get that one out. I try to get them out by Wednesday or Thursday, so that I can talk about them on the show. But the problem I have is recording. So I definitely am going to record The French Connection tomorrow. But if I can get that second movie in on Tuesday, that's the sweet spot. If I can get both of them in, then I can edit throughout the week, and then I can release them as I'm finished. So more of that, more people hopefully signing on. I'm loving the growth. The channel's doing really, really well. So I can't complain. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you. Who made the logo again?
Hercules Outlaw.
Hercules. So thank you, Hercules Outlaw. I appreciate that. It was really, really awesome. I want to say thank you to Gabe, Jimmy, John, who chimed in, Gillen. We had a lot. We had a bunch today. Gabe was on here a lot. So listen, I hope everyone had a good Halloween. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Keep supporting the Big Llama Show. Keep supporting Blackout AD. The channel's only going to get better, and the content gets way better every time. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for joining the live stream, everybody. Have a great night. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Llama-ween, and enjoy the candy. Peace out, guys.